What up, what up, what up? It is episode 2 of the Shark Cove Esports with Emrick. It's a Friday night. And you know, the last 2 Friday nights, they've gotten a little wild. They've gotten a little crazy. We do have, the star of Friday nights, Mr. GUGGS, coming on a little bit later, with or without a shirt. I mean, you can only venture to guess. It's probably without it. But in the meantime, while we're watching this Game 4 of Team Liquid and Dignitas, I have 2 guests with me right now. Somebody that's been on the show the last 2 Fridays, somebody that we all know, none other than Mr. Big Kev. Kev, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. I know we've had an exciting day. First, just those banger series in the LCK that I know they tickled you in the right spot. I know that.
Oh, that was awesome.
And then a weird slate in the LEC. I hit a 5-game parlay. I predicted all the winners, and I still lost like a third of my DFS entries because it's just like that. My G2 was with FNC, and that was a little depressing. So
yeah,
it almost
DraftKings. Yeah, DraftKings enticed me to play. For once, this slate I played 4 Rogue and 2 G2, and I was sad because G2 had like 900 points. So I'm back into retirement tomorrow because the contests are shit. So I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to play some cash or some winner take alls, but certainly not to the extent that I did today. But we also have a new guest, somebody that is a viewer, a commenter. We've seen him here. He was a adamant proponent that the wing challenge was not going to be entertaining. I think it was. I think it could have been more. I think Goose kind of chickened out the way that he should have done it. It's still entertaining, but nevertheless, we have Mr. Iron Berserker. How are you? Okay. Well, we I think we have you.
Yeah,
we don't have you.
I cannot see you, but I can hear you.
We're having technical difficulties. All right, we're gonna. It's kind of choppy. You were good earlier. Test it.
Little connection's a little. Yeah, the connection kind of.
Yeah, he sounds like a robot.
Yeah. Hey, Iron, I'm gonna take you off for a second. See if we can get this kind of fixed real quick. Let me do something. Let's take this off because we are live. Let's see. All right. Well, I guess he's going to have to maybe restart, come back, or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, let's hop right into it. Like, going back to what we talked about earlier, those LCK games were just absolutely atrocious. They did present some opportunities, at least I thought, from a DFS standpoint, to take advantage of. Unfortunately, I got taken advantage of because I went with I went with a 4-stack of bro, and you watch the first game, like the first 2 series, because there's like 2 hours in between it, and you're feeling really good, and then all of a sudden it's like, yo, sword's starting. It's like, okay,
yeah, I played 4 Kwangdongs, so I can't.
Well. Yeah. Well, when they had the bounty hunter, they had the bounty hunter at 2K to first, and you could put in 8 entries. So I'm going to put in all the entries, get all of the combos. Just unfortunately, the ones that would have hit were Morgan. They had Morgan. And I just didn't want to play Birdall because I thought I don't know why. I guess I was like, he's kind of risky. I'll just play Morgan, and I'll leave him out of the stack, and that way I can get like Canyon and Duck or something like that. And it just never occurred to me that like Morgan could get subbed out. I mean, he sucks, and it should occur to one that he could get subbed out, but
he hasn't been that bad this year.
Let's see if we can get Iron Berserker in this time. Let's see if it's fixed.
Oof.
Iron, I don't know, man.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's frozen.
Better?
I can see you. I can see you and hear you, but it's just choppy for me.
No.
It was going good for a second. I thought it started off okay.
Yeah. Oh, now he's frozen. Oh no.
Maybe
You guys hear me now? Still choppy?
Yeah, still.
Yeah, we can hear you. Let's see if I do this. Let's see if this changes anything. All right. Well, we'll see if maybe it just normalizes. It takes a second, and we'll go into some other things in terms of the LCK. We'll just keep an eye on you, and if we see your picture stabilize, we'll try and get you in there. In terms of the slate tonight, I mean, they haven't been posting totals, and I'm actually pretty upset at Bovada because they didn't have totals posted. I don't know if they even did side totals for the LCK last night because they would have been taken advantage of pretty significantly. I would have taken the unders, 23, 22, whatever the case it would have been, and I think almost every single one of them would have hit. This upcoming slate, though, what we have is we have a Gen G versus KT. Gen G being a huge favorite here. I think there's no surprise to that. KT has, shown some signs of life against some lesser teams, but I just don't see much of a way to go unless it's just you're building a GPP. You're doing this as a 2-game slate and you can do it. But I don't know. I think Gen G wins this game. I think that they win it rather unceremoniously, 15 to 16 kills max, maybe a little bit less, because it feels like all of the games in the LCK have been going way under what they normally do. And that's, that's already way under from the first place.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scaling meta, and man, they have taken advantage of it to the max. Good God. But I don't know. I kind of like KT a little bit. I think they're going to be able to put up a fight. I think they have played a pretty hard schedule, actually. Let me check. I think they've played Damwon and they played Nongshim.
And those games were ones that they got swept out. They lost 2 games.
Yeah, I think they got a game on Nongshim. They played Sandbox, but that's because they drafted fucking Rek'Sai. And then, so I'm just throwing that out. And then other than that, they've been good. That Damwon series, I remember that one was pretty close. I don't know. I think they can get a game. I don't think they can win because I think Gen G's I think they're just the best team in the league. And I don't even know if it's really that close, honestly, right now. So, I think KT can definitely get a game.
So, before we bring in our next guest, let's get to the other part of the you know what? Maybe no. Maybe we need to bring him in because this next part is going to involve talking about Ghost and do we play Ghost? And,
it's GUGGS.
It is GUGGS.
He loves Ghost. He's going to be captaining Ghost tonight for sure.
Oh man, he sure doesn't have his shirt on. That is 100% believable. GUGGS, maybe at one point, maybe next week, maybe we are going to have to get you a shirt because I do have a guest that has declined to come on unless you are fully clothed. So quite possibly, I don't know, maybe bluffing. Maybe you can go shirtless, but if we can book him, we're going to have to get you a shirt. Maybe we'll get you like a string tank top or something like that.
GUGGS, you're talking on mute, my guy. Horrible start. Horrible start. Come on, GUGGS.
How about if I get a shirt just cut out like the nipple inserts?
Oh, God.
No,
that's even worse. That's even worse.
I had a basketball game today. We ended up winning 38-36. Don't ask me how. I had 2 starters out. We didn't score a point for the final 2 minutes. Good coaching today, but I told him, I called the timeout with 1:51 left, and I'm like, they're going to run this stupid play called one. And it's this fat little kid. He ran around everyone, set up for a 3. He buried one in the game already. They're down 4. Guess what they are down? They're down 5, or they were down 3. Guess what the kid
3,
does?
4, 5.
Runs a real route.
Okay, so they're down 3. We've established that. I'm just making sure.
He bangs the 3. They're down 4 points. Okay, he bangs the 3. Guess what my guy does on the inbound? Turns it over, sends the guy to the line. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? losing my mind on the sidelines. Okay, we haven't scored for like a minute 50. You know, and I was like just so bad. Then they weren't even in foul. They weren't even in foul trouble. So they cut it to 2. It was 38-36. We had to inbound the ball 7 times for them to get 7 fouls and send us to the line for 1-1. Luckily, we didn't turn the ball over. I was surprised. And then we missed the first 1-1. We got the offensive rebound. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. So they fouled my kid again. I'm like, oh, he goes to the line. He misses again. They shoot a 3 at the end of the game, almost score from half court. I would have lost it. They would have had to get me off the court. Like, I would have lost my mind. And then they were trying to foul my guy, and they were tapping him. And the ref's like, I didn't see them tap him. I'm like, you guys just want to leave. You don't want to call fouls. I get it. So, but anyways, my blood pressure. I got to take pills during the game, man. Rovastatin. Anybody on Rovastatin? Oh,
man, I'd like to see some videos of you coaching that. This that game, seven inbounds, 7 fouls. It sounds like an LCK scaling meta to me. That's what that sounds like.
Get this. There was only 13 seconds. So we were up 4 with 50 seconds left and a 35-second shot clock. So my superstar decides to try to hit a 3 with like 30 seconds left in the shot clock. Like, what a moron.
Shoot, man.
Yeah, I know, but he's not that good. He only shoots actually he hit 4 threes today in the third. So that was kind of, I guess he deserved it, but like brain dead, just brain dead these kids. Grade 9 and 10, it's JV. Oh my God. Oh, but, and anyways, I got home, I got the win. That's all that matters. But,
man, you are a busy guy. You're coaching basketball, you're reffing soccer, you're slumming it up in the Csgo streets, and then you're ruining and spoiling League of Legends for everybody in the Discord. and in all of that time, you find time not only to do all of that, but you find time to harass DraftKings about just everything.
You must think how I keep a full-time job, really.
The best part is I'm doing the classic esports department. Gratzing people before the game's over, saying, "Oh God, BDS broke the slate." GUGGS personal messages me. He's like, "No, bro, you're fine. Don't worry. The score's 17-7. They don't finish with that many kills."
And then I personally messaged Mike B because he's like, I need perks to have at least 5 kills. I'm like, bro, he's already at 5. He's already at 5, 3, 4, like 14. You're good, man. Like, don't worry about it. Don't sweat.
Well, so like, Bovada will grade it out too. And like, I was watching the G2 game because I needed it for my parlay, right? And this was before the Elder fight. And then like, I see that it graded out and I won. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, and then I posted, I was like, unless they throw something like at the Elder, I think I'm okay. And then like the Elder fight goes, and I'm like, did they just like prematurely grade out this bet? Like, and then I'm like, no, they're gonna make it. They make it, and then they lost it, or then they lost that one team fight, and they came down, and I'm like, they're gonna reverse it. If I look right now, it's gonna be unsettled and then settled as a loss.
For some reason, yeah, I don't like. I was at basketball at that time, so like I was just kind of looking at the scores, like, and it was at 27. I'm like, oh, and I played like 4, but I had stupid Astralis, and then I played in the 100, but I was stupid. For some reason, I really like Rogue, and then I was like, ugh, I really like all I needed was Astralis team to get like 50. Honestly, I finished 20 points out of first.
With that 19 or that 1 point Astralis
that was
team
with
game.
Fnatic. That's with Fnatic. Because I had G2 4-stack with Flaked. I had Flake, Yankos, with Matt, Elioya.
Oh God! Thank God! Oh my God!
Is Fake God hammering it?
He died again. Oh my God!
Oh, Fake God's done.
He got solo killed again.
I don't even know why I play that stupid slate.
But
anyways, I got lucky. I just hit the Air Force under today. I bought it down to 124. Oh, it was live in game at like 118, and then they ended up tying the game 61-61 with 8 seconds left. And I'm like, here goes overtime. I'm done. The guy hits a jumper to win the game. I'm like, oh, 63-61. Now I got the under in the Red Wings game. It's looking okay. It's not great. The problem is, like, I either play too much there, and then it just like today I had TC Pass. Like I was gonna play that 3-3-3. So, but I would have smacked it with G2. Who won anyways? The one, the 3-3-3.
G2 ended up winning.
Yeah, it was a basic 4-3.
Who's this motherfucker? I want to know who this guy is.
can't see it.
Oh, H.
Do we know
Russell. H.
Do we know
Russell.
him? I always see his picture. Do we know him?
H. Russell? No, I don't know. who
No,
that is.
no, he became a lot more prevalent maybe about a year ago when he was like dominating Dota. He was dominating the Dota slates and the Valorant slates, and then we started seeing him in the LOL slates. I don't know who he is or if he's part of any Discords.
Let me see. And then this was my lineup in the like. I only did 4. I did like 5. I got hammered today, like 6, like almost 6. You saw it, almost 5 hundo in it. Like I gotta slow down a little.
Is that why you
it's
don't
too
have
much.
shirts?
Well, I just work too much. Like it's just I gotta like honestly, if I stop playing, I probably could stop working a little bit. Words of wisdom. Yeah.
Well, what would you do if you weren't working and you had no action going, man?
Like neither, like cold turkey, everything. Probably play with my kids. So tomorrow I ended up getting them. I had a decent week. I mean, today and yesterday horrible, but I ended up getting the Disney Ice tickets. I felt bad, and then they're going to the Explore More Museum. I'm like, oh my god, seriously? Guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Working Instacart at 6 a.m., then reffing at 11, then going back to Instacart, then going to pick up my daughter, and coming home. It's fine. We'll have fun.
Family man.
But anyways, this was my lineup. That could have. It was close, but like Fake God or Flake, sorry, Arma, Yankos. Who's out there? Caps.
Unforgiven, Targamas. Oh, you
Yeah.
have Fnatic team. Dang.
Yeah. So like,
That sucks.
so it was a pretty good lineup, I think. Like,
Hey, why'd you say Astralis?
because I had this one here. Because Astralis ruined my 100.
Oh.
I had. This is the problem. I had like 3 with Astralis there. If you can kind of see there at the back.
Yeah.
And
I
kinda
love
loaded
that we're on a you're literally on a computer where you can share screens and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
you're just
but I don't use DK on my. This is my work computer, but like I can sign in on DK at home. I don't really care.
You gotta stop
But,
You gotta stop one-offing on these one-game slates.
Why though?
It's not as good as.
Well, I guess
when
you go
it's the
4-3,
series.
right? Yeah, I
well,
guess.
it just depends. It depends on the size of the contest. I don't think that you want to do it in the smaller, like single entry 150. Like, I mean, you can if you think that you're going to play like 2 chalky teams, but G2 didn't project to be that chalky. I thought they were a good play, but like you're playing G2. I think you. I mean, look, a 4-3 took. There was only 3 times in the.
I
in
would
the
have won,
main.
wouldn't I? Would I have won 4-3 with those? I don't think Mad
No,
Lions-
it was Flack, Broken Blade, Yankos, and Caps, and then
No, it was Larson.
Yeah, but
in
look,
the
I'm
main.
only-
Oh, in the 44,
I'm
it was
only
Larson.
25.
No,
I'm
I
only
was talking about
25.
the main.
I'm only 25 points away, and that's pretty much almost Fnatic there. So if
Let
I
me
move
see if
Fnatic,
we can add Iron Berserker here. He's popped back in. Let's see if we've resolved the internet issues.
oh my god, what is he on dial-up? Like it's
He
like
might
somebody
be.
call and he get disconnected.
Iron, we see you, but
Yeah,
it
we can
is
see
super
you.
choppy.
Try saying something.
It's like Lake Erie right now.
Wait. Let him talk. Say something if you can hear us. I can't hear him. Damn.
But he's frozen. He's frozen in time.
Dang, it was working fine in the
Where is he in
pregame.
a tunnel? Where is he in a tunnel?
I don't.
Whoa! There's 2 of them.
Oh, is he in a cave? Wait, you want to watch
Now,
TV?
now. Oh man, now you're sideways.
Oh, there we go.
Anyways, yeah, they oh my god, this is like a Verizon commercial. Verizon Fios.
Iron, can you say something?
Oh, I gotta go comments.
Oh man, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what's going on with the internet connection. I thought maybe it was like the third and it was me because Kev was slow at first, but GUGGS is running unfortunately super clear. We can see him perfectly.
4K. I'm not even watching this. I was too busy. I had to put my kid to bed tonight. There's a lot of stuff going on. Ugh.
All right, well, GUGGS, are you playing the LCK tomorrow?
Yeah, probably. How am I not? I don't want to, but I will because I'm a sucker.
All right, well, you know your boy's playing. Ghost is playing. Are you going to be captaining Ghost?
I'm going on right now. Hold on. Okay, this is my issue with Because honestly, I didn't even realize I was in first in the LCK one. When you guys said that, I'm like, TES is horrible. But then I realized you said LCK. So I'm like, and I didn't even pick Peter, to be honest. I had Vista, right? Or Vista, whatever you
What are
want to
you
call it.
talking about?
I'm saying I had in the LCK, I was winning because I have Peter but whatever Emrick's pool.
Oh, the season long. Oh, we're
Yeah,
not
the
talking. We're
season
not
long.
talking about the season long.
Oh, I'm trying to get to a story here, Kev.
Oh,
So he asked me if I was captaining Ghost. So would I have to go back to Ghost and Peter, who are helping me in my pool? Probably. But what are the lines tomorrow? I don't even look.
it's like minus 400 and minus.
Problem
300.
is, like, did you watch the games today? Like, they were so.
I sadly watched the second. No, the second Breon
So,
game.
Hold on, let me do this. Let me share again. This is
I
what
would. I was half sleeping, and I would like wake up, and then like it would be 30 minutes further into the game, and like the kill total would still be the same.
Yeah, it was.
So really,
It was 1-0 at 22 minutes in the game. Just
and it's
rough
Gen G
seeing.
tomorrow too. Like, how do these both not route tomorrow? Like, can you fit both junglers in tomorrow and chop every way possible?
Well, Kev feels good about KT, and we've kind of talked about that. But like aside from that, let's say you are playing Nongshim as a
Okay.
favorite, and you wanted to play both of them. I think you probably can. You can play with the Dread Captain, Peanut, Chovy, Ruler. I mean, you could probably do a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, you could probably go for Nongshim if you wanted to, but
Yeah, you can fit 4 Gen G as well.
yeah.
Can you?
So
How about? Oh man, Ghost is playing against his old partner. Oh, Burrow.
Yeah, Iron. I've played a freak at every single slate. Thank God they won me the one slate, because if I didn't, oh God, if I didn't play them that slate, I would have been sick.
I will tell you that I played Freaka last year almost every single slate, and I won a couple, but like I just don't feel the same about this team. This Nongshim game, I think I don't know what the sentiment is going to be from people playing it, just on the basis that like Nongshim has won these games, they're coming off of it. I think people want DRX to be better than they maybe are, and will play them, riding high off of these wins. I might not even play the slate. Like it's a gross slate.
Yeah. It's gonna be a long 2 weeks.
But how about, let me ask you this? Even like today, like I had Morgan, and the other guy, Sword, hasn't played like all season.
Yeah.
And they even sweep, and I still have Morgan. So like at the end of the day, like instead of even cashing, like what a kick in the teeth. Like, why even start Sword? And then they go 2-0. So like, what's happening tomorrow? And DWG was almost the highest score. They outscored their team almost, or like, weren't they? Did they have more points in the team at any player on their team at one point?
At the end of it, they did actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
that is the thing about these slates with LCK. Like, all you need is one good game, like one like 18 kill game. That 4 stacks probably immediately off.
Well, I guess we have to talk about how to be different tomorrow if you want to actually win. Because like, what do you
play DRX and KT together, or you just play KT.
I'd rather play DRX and KT. You think KT is a better shot?
I mean, honestly, the more that I talk about this slate, the less I want to play it.
Yeah,
I
was going over this last night with my thought processes. I didn't think that HLE was more likely to win, but I thought that they were a better play than Breon given their ownership. They ended up getting smashed, but I mean, I didn't play any Breon, so.
I mean, there's just not a lot of attractive contests tomorrow. There's like, there's a Bounty Hunter 44, 5 entries. You could get one combination of each team if you want to take a stab at it. And then I think there's like a 333, maybe like a single entry. Like maybe I take something there, but I don't want to give this too much thought. It's a 2-game slate. My theory on 2-game slates is just play every combination. And if you're just playing one lineup, then like it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Like you need to have good enough contests, and what we have started to at least get is good enough contests where you're getting 1.5 or 2K to first.
Yeah, my hope. Sorry, 1 second, guys. My hope is that this 2-week LCK nonsense doesn't completely ruin the contests for when the good slates come back.
I don't think it will. I mean, you look at how they treat some of
If they
the
grade, if they grade quicker, all these slates would fill.
It's so hard though because they've had that the bounty hunter fills every night by like midnight. That seems to be a very popular contest, and they've had that at anywhere from like 185 to 212 people the entire year, and it's filled every single night. And the first night that the LPL goes away, they instantly bump it up to 285. And it does, and of course it doesn't fill because no one likes the LCK, and nobody wants to play a 2-game LCK slate. And
they have to, but
I just hope it doesn't.
So the theory is though that they make the 2-game LCK slates or 2-game slates in general a higher contest because then it does make it attractive. If you win, at least you're split because you're splitting most times is going to be attractive enough for you to play. And that's one thing, but like I don't understand why people like playing the LPL LCK versus like the LEC, for example. I mean, because I get it. The LPL is more fun to watch, but you can't tell me that everybody that's playing these slates is waking up at these times or staying up and watching the entirety of the slate. So how is it any different than a Western league where that you can actually stay up and
At least I can't ruin the LPL.
You'll find a way.
I think it's just I think it's like a time thing. The time slot's just so much better for people because it's not in the middle of the day. They can
build their lineups.
Yeah, they can come home from they can come home from
or the LCS.
No, the LCK LPL ones. Why it's so popular. I don't think it's the game quality. I think it's the timing of the slates because
everyone likes this is the thing. Everyone likes to wake up to money. So like if you go to bed and you don't have to even think about it, like you don't have to sweat it, you just wake up. Like last night I had like Stanford plus 4.5, and I just went to bed and like I woke up and I'm like, oh, I probably lost, but it won. And I was like, okay, like you don't even sweat it. You just
I know. I think Kev's onto something. I think it's more or less it comes down to people have the time to build the lineups at night after work, and then they can go ahead and you don't have that time necessarily. Let's say you wake up at 10 o'clock. What are you going to do? Like you got an hour to get ready for work or whatever the case is, or maybe you wake up at 8 or whatever the case is. You're not going to spend like an hour, hand building your 50 lineup for LEC, I guess. I do.
It's got to be just time slot because no one's playing for game quality. I feel
no, me too, Abrasive. Me too.
Is there an English stream to the LCK? Because every morning it looks like it's either in Vietnamese or it's in German on YouTube. So I watch it in Vietnamese.
You can't watch it on YouTube. You have to go on Twitch. There's very much a English stream.
Yeah.
It's
not very enjoyable to watch, but you can watch it.
Oh, is it on Twitch? It is on Twitch in English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I literally just watch it on like the first one that loads on my YouTube is the Vietnamese.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. Best of one, people bullshit. I don't buy that at all. I don't. I think it's the time when it is. I don't think somebody looks at it as like, oh, it's a best of 3. This is what I'm gonna play. I don't believe that. Not for 1 second.
Do you like playing but see the LCE for me is fun because it's like during the day and it like passes my day a little quicker. But like it's also more, there's more variables, right? Like you have anything but then you're like every game is like 4, like it just bothers me because every game is like 14 kills or 17 kills or like, and then you get like, but the problem is in that one, if you miss the first game, you're pretty much your slate's done if you take the first game, right? Like that's why, and I wanted to ask you guys this question today. Do you think that the later game, no matter how popular it is less played? Like today, G2, right? Last game, do you think people like waiting around till the end to find out? Because you can be dead by that point, right?
A lot of people will. Yeah, it's just like the G2 Fnatic games like would play all the time. I think I do think that there is a different aspect to it now that G2 is not like this powerhouse, but it used to be always G2 or Fnatic closed out the slate. And you knew those were the two teams that were going to be involved in high kill matches. And so there were plenty of people that saved their lineups until then. in terms of like the way that they played it. And, you could strategically hope that game didn't go well, and it didn't go well sometimes, or it doesn't go well. But now I think people are stacking like Mad Lions games, Fnatic games still, people are chasing it. And those are the two places where your ownership is going to gravitate. And it's going to be like Rogue and Mad Lions, and that's where it's at. So I think that's a perfect segue into the games tomorrow. So let's talk about this here. First game that we have BDS riding high, looking good. Olaf for Adam going against SK, garbage team. I was told by some people that they'd compete for 6, but that's not happening. What are we thinking here? What are the odds on this game?
Which game are you looking at?
BDS SK. We've got SK as a massive favorite.
Come on. I was hoping SK would be an underdog. Oh my god.
I get different odds obviously than some of you guys do on 365 for power play. Power play's been limiting my CSGO plays like to 161. I'm like that fine number. I'm like, why they're not limiting LOL, but I guess the smaller CSGO tournament, they're limiting like all my money. Like, and there's been some huge coming back from 2 sets down that I was able to make some off like earlier in the week, but like I don't know why they're limiting unless it's just because of the slate, because usually they don't. But let's see here. What do you guys? Which game are you talking about?
BDS versus SK.
Oh,
it's
a pick'em. It's a pick'em.
Yeah, I mean 135, 105 is basically a pick'em as well. So.
Yeah. So then that was the same. That was the exact same odds as the Australians. I'm sorry, Australias. How do you pronounce it?
Australis.
Australis. So those are
the Australia Kangaroos here. The Australias.
Those were the exact same odds today, and like you couldn't get more than one turret. Like, come on. Like, it's so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, but so when we look at these, you look at the two teams, you look at SK, they've done almost nothing outside of that massive win against Mad. They have played Rogue, G2, Fnatic, Vitality.
Oh my god, they played all the good teams. They haven't played any of the bad teams yet.
And they almost came back and won that game against XL, whereas like BDS has had a similarly tough schedule. They finally get a easy game. They beat XL like they should. So both of these teams are coming in probably to the easier part of their schedule. Let's face it. Like they've had a tough go of it. For me, like the problem with SK is I just don't see anything like redeeming from them in the beginning part of the games. They're able to come back, and I guess against a team like BDS, this is a team that I don't think is going to protect their lead in the way that Vitality did today. So yes and no, but like if BDS starts to click, if Syncroft starts to play well, if Adam is able to synergize with Syncroft and they're able to overcome the massive handicap that they have that is their bottom lane, then I think that they win this game. But, it's just a matter of Xmatty not playing like himself.
Yeah. When are they going to bring in Crown Shot?
Well, like right now they're number 1 in the LFL, so I don't know if he's wanting to get out of there to come into a BDS.
What is this? That's 3 out of 5 situations. This Team Liquid, if they win this, it's over, right? It's the best of the 3. Oh, okay. I don't I just don't know. Like Adam last year, they talked a lot about Adam being like, I guess he was a young kid, right? Is that true? Like he was kind of
young.
Last year,
yeah,
right?
He's really young. He's only 19.
There was a guy today for CSGO. This guy Moonies, whatever you want to say. He was only like 16 today.
Monacy.
Yeah, so I don't know how to pronounce
that guy's
16
good.
years old. And then Nico still like it was insane. Nico just went like on like a tear at the end of the game. But anyways, I don't know. I think BDS like even today like did they really like how bad is Astralis? Like are they? That's what I was trying to think. Even tomorrow, like watch tomorrow. They win tomorrow at plus 150 or 175. Like
yeah,
you're gonna beat
Astralis is pretty bad.
And I always fall for White Knight because I used to think he was so aggressive, like, and he would get a lot of kills and take a lot of chances. So like your upside, but like now, how popular is Melrang going to be? Like, or Melrang going to be every single slate now? Like he's going to be probably one of the best. I don't know, like Yanko's kind of kept him intact today with the numbers, right? Like, are people going to go back to G2 Fnatic tomorrow? Like,
they play each other. They can't.
that's what I mean. But are they going to go
They
back
might.
to like somebody in that game? I mean, how about if you get a 24-22 game or something? Like,
Well, yeah, like you could, but you're jumping around. Like I think you've touched on every single game right there.
Yeah,
Somehow. let's rein it back in.
Yeah.
First of
go
all,
game by game. Okay.
yeah, we're going game by game first. Then we can talk like big picture. We can talk about other things from there. First of all, though, did you buy a pizza? Do you have a Little Caesars pizza with you?
I didn't get it today. By the time I got home,
Real.
I'll do it. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next week.
Unbelievable.
Is that what you really expect? I didn't even know. You didn't touch base with me. I should have.
All right. Next week, so we're gonna have to amp it up though. We're gonna
Okay.
get you some hot sauce. I need your address. I'm gonna send you some hot sauce,
All right.
and then you're gonna put that on the pizza.
Will it get here on time?
I'll make sure it does. Aside from this blizzard, I'll priority mail it to you.
Oh, okay.
So
This is
BDSSK.
private, right?
Back to the BDS game.
BDSSK. I like BDS. It sounds like you guys like SK.
I like SK. Yeah.
All right.
I do have a frozen burrito I can eat.
Well, I don't need to see you eat, guys.
Oh, okay.
I want to see you eat like weird things and weird timetables and stuff like that. That's something that's entertaining. You eating a burrito does nothing for me or anybody, I think.
Sure. Okay. Well, we'll amp it up next week. Yeah, next week. I have no basketball next Friday, so
Australia's doesn't exist. Okay, so we're gonna get into XL Australia's. That's what I'm gonna call them from now on. Once you hear it, you just can't. XL, massive favorites. When was the last time that XL was a -220 favorite?
is that massive? Though? What do you call massive?
Well, that's an implied win total of well over 60%, GUGGS.
Okay.
So -220 is a pretty large favorite. And for a team like XL that I don't know has ever had that in my recent memory against the Australias at +165. I don't know. This XL team didn't look that much better. I think a lot of the problems that they had still existed. They lost out in the early game, which is typically where their strength has been. And then they just got beaten late and in team fights that they shouldn't have lost based on their competition or composition. However, they're not playing Mad Lions. They're not playing a team that's good at team fighting. Quite the opposite. They're playing a team that doesn't like to team fight, a team that likes to turtle and somehow, win a fight under their turrets, kind of ARAM style within their base to make their comeback. I do think that they should be favored here, but from a DFS standpoint, from a betting standpoint, I just can't find anything redeemable about this game.
The only thing that's going to keep people in if they want to play a heavy favorite, they're going to have to take Astralis, right? Like if you want to.
There's other spots to go.
Well, guys, we're more focusing on the single game right here. Like, what do you think is going to happen in this game? Not the DFS aspect. We will get to that.
I think Astralis wins because they're not supposed to, and everyone's going to be on Excel, and Astralis is just going to go out and have like 14 kills because they were.
I will tell you that every favorite won today, I believe.
Every single one,
except for Rogue.
So,
well, yeah, I mean, you're right. Rogue was a +125.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I thought last year Australis died a lot, right? Like in all their games, they were one of the teams that you kind of wanted to target against, right? So, and they were new to the league last year, right? Am I wrong?
No, they used to be Gamers Origin. They had Alfari, they had Upset. They were a team that was equally as disappointing as Excel every single year.
Do you think though that they do they tend to fight a lot more? I mean, they tend to find themselves on the worst end of fighting, right?
No, they've historically always been a slow team, even when they had like Upset and Alfari.
When they were Origin, they were never a team that you ever wanted to play their games.
Yeah, the difference is now they're still a team that you don't want to play, and they're bad. Like before, they were like an LCK team, I guess. I guess we can kind of pass this up. I really don't think that there's the only thing that you can kind of say within this game is it's like that bad team versus a bad team type of situation where you have two bad teams, and so as a byproduct of that, maybe you get an extended game. We wanted to see that in the BDS game yesterday, and it just didn't happen. So I kind of think that this is just a situation where we avoid this. Like, XL is not a bloody team, regardless of wins or regardless of losing. Astralis isn't necessarily either. They're pretty consistent when you look at their numbers. They are like a team that, like, if you were playing like a best of three, that if they won the best of three, they'd probably lose a game, and then they would have a better score in that game that they lost than like a game not played. But that's just not happening here.
Yeah.
But like, look at this tomorrow. Oh, go ahead.
I actually think that minus 220 is very nice. Like that's parlay range for sure.
Yeah. I just hate, me and Juice. I only like it in my first.
Parlay XL money line with EG.
But all it takes is one. I'm just saying for the long. I try to explain this for the long term, like playing favorites all the time. All you have to do is lose one, to like be set back 2 or 3 games. That's my fear of like
parlay XL with EG.
But if you play,
take your money.
But if the stats say, if you play Astralis the same amount of times, or any team at this odd at plus 175, you will long term have better success than playing 2 favorites at minus 250. Like if you continually play those underdogs, like in the long run, you will be up more. That's like playing like 2 heavy favorite baseball teams. You know what I mean?
That all depends on how you handicap it. I mean, if I think XL is an 80% favorite and win 8 out of 10, then the minus 220.
So yeah,
20% in my favorite. It just all depends on your handicap of it.
Well, yeah, and it look there's a lot that goes into that, because it's not just like the actual percentage of the time that the team wins. Like their implied win percentage isn't always necessarily the implied amount of times that they're going to win. It's the implied amount of time that they can put on the books without getting an uneven amount of bets. So you have to think of it from that standpoint. I do like playing dogs, but I like playing dogs that I think have a realistic chance of winning. Yeah. And I do think Astralis might, but I think at plus 165, that's something that you could potentially take a stab at. So, like, look, GUGGS, here's how you do it. If you want to do what Kevin's talking about, like, even if you did this, you could take a bet and you could parlay it with BDS, for example. I mean, we're talking about parlaying it with XL. So let's say you threw $50 on this. So you got $50, you win 100 if you make that bet, right?
You win $40, $49. That's my point.
So no, you win $100. You bet 50, you win 100. Because
but you're only winning $49.
No, you're winning $99.
It's plus 198. Sorry, I said that.
So you're plus 198 right here. Okay, so you're winning 100.
It shows up different on that side. So that's 99. You're getting back 149.
Correct. Yeah. So you could also go here, and then you could kind of hedge that at like a 25. So, I mean, like, you can hedge this too if you wanted to. Like, if you really believe it, like, you're basically getting better odds on BDS at that point. Maybe not. Maybe that doesn't work. Maybe we need to throw another team in before we do that.
But if you put 50 on Astralis, if you put 50 on Astralis,
they have to win, though. That's the point. If you can bet 2 favorites, you can get the better odds.
But right?
They do, but they're going to win more often.
Yeah. Well, you would hope, right?
You would. You would, and you would hope that the underdog wins once in a while too, right? Let's go into the next game. We're beating the hell out of it.
I would rather put 50 on Astralis than take BDS, especially those 2 teams. Like I'd rather take. What was the odds on? Who are you trying to? You were saying BDS and I can't
XL.
Yeah, I said XL EG, but I mean that'll probably get you like 125.
That's like parlaying. Like we talk about that a lot in tennis, like playing massive favorites in tennis, where they're like, they're minus 400 or 500. Like you play 2 or 3 of those, because in tennis a minus 200 is nothing. Like when I think about an odd of this of minus like 220,
you can't compare tennis to League of Legends though.
Yeah. So GUGGS, what about this next game? What about this game? Talk to me about Misfits and Mad Lions. Talk to me about that.
Oh God.
I think there's some value in Misfits, but I mean, again, that's going to be another game where if Misfits wins, they probably maybe break the slate, right? Like today they gave up what 27, right? What did they give up? 27 at G2.
Yeah, something like that.
So
I think that's somewhat of an outlier game, though, for sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
Mad Lions continuously like to fight, right? Like they just
Yeah. I don't know what the over is in this game, but I think I would like that a lot. I don't know what the over under is, but
hold on, I'll see if I can. It's probably going to be close. Probably in the.
I would assume like
20?
26 or 27 and a half kills. Is
I would think it's 27. I think I have it projected.
26 or 27. I would say is the over under.
How many games went under? How many games went under today? Almost all of them except.
I think all of them except for the G2 game. I don't know.
The Vitality
Rogue
was 24. The only one that didn't the Rogue went under too. Almost all of them went under actually.
Yeah, I bet the Rogue under, and then
the Rogue went under,
and then I hit the I hit the G2 Misfits game. I hit that over. I don't know why that was. I don't know why that one was at 24 and a half.
Yeah, that one was super low.
That one was really low. That was really weird.
But what was the Rogue one then?
The Rogue one was
27 and a half.
I think I bet it at 28. I think it got steamed.
And it went on. Oh, I guess it went under. What was the final on that one? 20 to.
It was like 24-4 or something like. Or
no, it was 20-4.
20-4.
20-4. Oh, okay, that's a. I don't know. I just think Misfits. I mean, people like betting Misfits for some reason. Like even today in the Discord, people are like Misfits. Like people like going back to them. I don't really know why, but.
Yeah, I did all right on the showdown slate here. I just took a second. It's all right.
Oh. I didn't make money probably. No, definitely didn't. Oh, you split. I see. Well, you're only 2 points out at first. See, I had Bjorgensen, Neo, Centauran, and Fake.
Bjorgensen, does he play for the Australias?
Whatever. What did I say? Bjorgensen?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Bjorgensen.
I know. How is it Bjorgensen? Whatever.
Bjorgensen. I think overs in this Misfits Mad Lions game is a good look.
I just actually thought up a nice segment. I think what we should do is we should pull up some rosters of different teams. In fact, I'm going to do it right now because this is the series. Yeah, I want you to say the names of the players. I'm not gonna make this easy. I'm gonna pull up the LPL rosters.
Pull up the
I got you.
Pull up the 2020 WE roster. They had some cool names.
Okay, let's do it.
How about guess what team players are on? I probably can't do that either.
No, you're just gonna say the names.
Okay.
You can have viewers today. I know I didn't get any food, but is there viewers out there? Seems pretty. I hear crickets.
It's a little quiet today. That's okay. We've got a lot of time.
We got to bring up. I'll have some segments for next week. I'll have like some legit segments.
I mean, like, which one are you talking about here? I have it. Like, it's.
I can't even see the names.
Is the 2020 spring one?
Hang on. LPL.
Or here, I can hear. I've got a screenshot with the three names I want him to say.
Oh, jeez, already. I can't even read your screen. Why is it so like? What are you working on? A cell phone?
Me?
No, I'm just saying, like the way the video projects in the.
I mean, these like. Okay,
I can kind of see.
Okay, yeah.
So read them from top to bottom here. I'll make it a little bigger for you.
All right, Morgan, Beishong, Kichirama, Elk, and Miss.
No, it has him as Elk. No, that wasn't his name.
Oh yeah. Hang on. So if we go back,
Teacher Ma.
Hang on. If we grab him, here I grab Elk, and then can you say?
Zoom in right there.
Yeah. I was telling about his name, right? The one at the top, not the one you highlighted.
No, the one he highlighted. Competitive IDs.
Oh, Shumong.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, man.
Pretty solid.
I don't get some of the like X's that go like Shao or like they're harder, but
Oh, you know who would be a good one? What team is he on right now? Is he on
Oh,
RNG?
IG, I think.
TS.
No. I got it.
The 80 carry for IG. There's no way he can say that.
iBoy.
No. Here we go.
P5.
You know
See,
who
I
I'm
told you I
talking
can't
about?
even name you what team people are
All right, this guy.
No, that's not fair.
His real name? Hold on. You got to zoom in.
Here it is. It's right here. It's right
Can you
here.
put it in the chat? Because I can't even. All right, there we go. Oh my god. Jai Longbo.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
I think it's like Zhao Lao Bao or something. Zhao Long Bao.
Zhao Long Bao.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Do
Chinese
the,
people always like
do
put their
the
first
do
names
the
last.
IG do the IG's 80 carry this year. That guy's got a name and a half.
Oh,
Actually, read off the entire roster.
IG. I couldn't even tell you who was like. If you asked me who was on teams this year, I probably wouldn't even know, except for like TS.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god. Nani,
Okay.
Zika, Yon, X. You fucking these names. Yukai. Oh, I'm reading.
I don't even know how to say
real
that
name.
one.
Want me to read the real names?
No.
Just the in-game names.
What the fuck is this name? On
Yeah. There you
And-
go.
Zayuji.
Oh, okay. Pretty good.
I know the X or the X's are.
All right, we have to get out of the Chinese league, dude. He's crushing it here.
I know. You gotta get
I
some
know.
like normal. You gotta get some normal American names. that
No.
you can't say.
Yeah. We need to go to
The Brazilian league.
The
no,
Ultra
they're
League.
actually they're pretty easy actually.
I know quite a bit of Portuguese. Portuguese. Oh my god, what's going on here? Is the Detroit game
Oh
still
my
2-2?
god, that gentleman's gaming. What the hell?
All right, can you read this one?
Hold on. Where is it? Okay, hold on. Let's see what this is. Which one am I reading?
This one.
Oh, that's Polish. Can you put them in? I can't see the name. Like I can see it's an SIN, but I can't really see what's. Okay, there we go. Simovac, Rabel, Nit, Lucker, Leon, and Bloomingen.
Let's see.
Polski folk. My wife's actually Polish. The coup.
Yeah, this
Chris
one's
Mozzie.
this one's not that
Pilot.
hard, I thought.
This
Let's
is
go.
fair.
You know, you're crushing it. Like you like we apparently identified the two or three people that you can't say their name, and we thought it was a part of a bigger thing.
We could play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Well, I mean, even sometimes the announcers can't say the name, like Zwiru or whatever. They call him. Half the
Hungry
casters were
Panda.
calling him Zvero.
All right, here's a good one. I like this one.
Fantomis.
Phantomless. Is that right? Phantomless?
No, I think it. I mean that.
Is that
I think
an L
that
or an I? Sorry.
it's actually closer to what GUGGS saying. It's like Phantom Lees.
Mm.
He
Is that an
sucks. He's
I?
like
I can't even tell. Is that
super
an I or
terrible.
an L?
It's an L.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an I.
All right.
All right. Back to the games.
Delivery Panda. That should be my name because I deliver on the side. Delivery Panda. And I got the. I could go for that. That's a cool name. That would be my playing name. Delivery Panda.
All right. So the next game, we've got Misfits at plus 205, Mad Lions minus 285. GUGGS, you've already told us what you think. Kev, what do you think on this game?
Oh, go ahead.
And actually, before, can you do this one?
Quick.
Anybody else? Any other names? Put them in the chat. We'll go ahead. We'll throw them out there.
That is show. That is
maybe
Chocho.
a 5-pound burrito. That's a good idea, Spokowski. A 5-pound burrito? Oh, that would be delicious.
Okay.
5-pound.
Or 5 1-pound burritos. Either way.
Don't matter.
Kev, go ahead. GUGGS, give him a chance. Let's talk about Misfits and Mad Lions. Kev is a notorious Mad Lions stan.
Oh yeah, I like overs and Mad Lions here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, is this Mad Lions team fraudulent? Like, are they good? Like, have they played anybody?
I think they're fine. I think they're like fourth, like the 4-5 area. Anywhere from 3 to 5, I think, is a good range for them.
So I mean, like when you think about it, though, they beat Vitality before Vitality had played together, or whatever, when they were in their bad phase. They lost to SK. They beat G2 on COVID. They lost to Rogue. I don't know what GUGGS is doing.
I don't know. He's raping my ears, though.
Good.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
What are you doing? Oh my god! What the fuck is that?
What do you have?
What a ham?
Yeah, it's that. All right, sorry.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, I think Mad has had a very mad kind of season, up and down.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a bounce back spot for Astralis. Or not Astralis, for Misfits.
Yeah, I think Misfits is a very good underdog tomorrow.
I mean, I think you could throw them in with XL and you plus 344. Does that get you hard, GUGGS?
Well, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, you rather play this one at plus, where they have a less implied win total.
I would rather play Misfits. I would rather play Misfits at plus 205 than Astralis at 165 for sure.
How about if Astralis was at plus 110 tomorrow?
If Astralis was at plus 110 tomorrow, I would throw.
I
would throw everything I have in my life on XL to win.
Okay, so at what point this is what I'm saying. So for me, yeah, it does. I mean, anything 3 or more is good. Like, because I like to start low. Like I said, I don't throw a ton in. Like, if I can find one to like hit a plus, like sometimes it's better for me. So I don't know. I think I like Misfits more, especially even as a DFS point. Like if potentially they win, they're gonna have over 17 plus kills, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah,
like,
definitely Misfits over Astralis in terms of dogs tomorrow.
What do you look for? Like, that's what I mean. Like, what's the number? 18 team kills, 19. Like, right today was like 17.
Because what did you grab the ham for? Like, are you gonna like take a big bite out of it? Like, why?
You icing yourself?
No. This is for Sunday, so I have to take it out.
Okay.
I just wanted to show them.
But
are you just gonna chill with it? That's cool. I didn't know what was going on.
I mean, I don't look for a specific number. I don't look at a specific number when I look at underdogs. I just kind of look at upside.
So I look at realistic games that I think the team is good. I think the line is wrong, and you don't see it as often.
It's like game environment. It's like game environment, like that top esports OMG series. It's like you knew that was the game to be a part of, and if OMG wins, it's a good game environment that you need to be a part of.
Is TES? I know we're getting off topic. Is TES that batter's cream enabled that good?
No, something's going on with TES right now. I'm sure we'll get to LPL eventually.
We're not so much covering it, but I do plan on doing like a little tiny like video series, not live, but like actual video series within this channel where I'm going to answer questions like where these teams are at. One of them is like what's going on with top esports because coming in to the season.
Their jungle situation sucks.
All three of us are heavily invested in season.
Their junglers suck ass. That's their problem. Their junglers suck. Both of them are horrendous.
I don't think they have a voice on the team. There's a lot going on. But okay, moving on. Team Vitality versus Rogue. This is like probably the game that people this is a splitting game. This isn't a game that you probably are playing on in any type of cash games.
Rogue is the best team in the LEC. I will say that right now.
I think that's a fair.
I said that earlier today too, and then I was like, but they win every game that they play. And you thought that they would have lost. But you would have thought they would have lost some switching to comp, right? Like they lost. Who was their ADC last year? Larson and Hansama, right? Yeah. So you would think that they would lose something, but they just, I don't know if Malrang just putting so much pressure on everyone, in terms of gameplay, he's very aggressive. So like maybe he's just because Rogue was a slow team last year. Like they were good team fights, but they wouldn't get picked off. Like they wouldn't make mistakes. So like it just seems like now they just kind of put all that together, and they're just like they were one of the
were
best.
we watching the same Rogue team or what?
They were good last year.
Yeah, they were good, but
They missed out on like.
Okay. So Rogue last year was actually a pretty fast-paced team, at least in the beginning part of the game. They just like kind of lacked the decisiveness or understanding their win conditions or a variety of different things in the late game. Oftentimes doomed them, and then so much so that there was a coined term Rogue time that Excel now has. You're right. They have won every game that they've played. But like I don't know. I don't know if maybe they are the best team right now, but I think Vitality has actually stepped up and started to play very similar to what we thought they would. Like it looks easy for them. Like Rogue, it looks easy for them too. But like I think Vitality is on this completely other level when all of the pieces are synergizing together. Now, look, when they played those first couple of games, they played Mad, Fnatic, and XL, and they had a problem with XL. They had a problem. I mean, like it's a tough weekend.
Yeah, they should have beat Fnatic. They blew like a 7K gold lead.
But then they played BDS. They played G2, who I don't think is as good as like some of these other top tier teams. And then they played SK, and they looked fantastic doing it. This is going to be a true test here. Like I think I don't know. I think they're a team full of griefers. They're a team full of players that like are very good, but on any given day in any given game, Perks is going to die in the side lane unjustifiably for no reason. Selfmade's going to press something that he doesn't need to, and Alfari's just going to hang out up in the top lane. Like this isn't. And Kyrze's like, I mean, he's a good ADC, but he's not like top tier level, but he's good enough, especially on this team and most teams. I mean, obviously he was good enough on Mad. Do you think, here's the question, like if you're betting this, like you can bet it either way, and this doesn't have a tremendous amount of value. I don't know if I'd actually make a wager on it. If I'm watching the game and I needed some action, that's fine. I can play it in DFS. And we'll get into the kind of the fantasy aspect of it, but just real quick, GUGGS, who do you think wins?
Rogue.
Kev.
Vitality.
And I knew that because you hate Rogue, and I would have been.
No, I actually like this Rogue team. I actually like this Rogue team a lot. I think Malrang is a complete psychopath.
It's crazy though because Inspired was too.
Is so crazy. But they're in different ways. Inspired was like a psychopath stealing everyone's camps. Malrang's a psychopath. Malrang's a psychopath that's gonna sit in your lane for 2.5 minutes and wait for you to step up and then kill you, but then be down 35 CS like he was today, but have 7 kill participation
and have more gold than you somehow too.
Yeah, like Malrang is crazy, but I think Selfmade can match it. And I think if Malrang doesn't get ahead, I'd like to see what Rogue looks like.
Okay.
Who wins best of 3? Like if they play best of 3.
I don't know.
Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Does that matter?
Like I think if it's a best of 3, Rogue is the favorite. So I think Rogue is a better team. Now after playing today and coming and this is a sports analogy. They came off a high today. They are likely to lose tomorrow.
Well, they both came off a high.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it's more likely that Rogue could lose today because they were a slight underdog and they I don't know how much esports talks about spots that you play teams. There could be a team like coming off a road trip, right? They come back and play. And I get it, they're sitting in their rooms, not really going from place to place. But at the end of the day, this could have been like a spot where Rogue could lose tomorrow, but that necessarily doesn't make them a worse team than Vitality. Like I don't think Rogue is a worse team. If this team ends up in a best of 3 or best of 5, I think Rogue wins the series.
Okay, well, GUGGS, here's one thing I'll say. They were not favored today, but they should have been. And those are the type of lines that I look for. They're better almost statistically in every facet.
Yeah, I loved Rogue. I loved Rogue today.
So, those are the lines that I look for. I look for the lines where Vegas or Bovada or whoever's setting the lines is incorrect in the line. That's the line I want to bet. I don't want to bet Astralis because they're at 165 and that's going to give me a chubby. Like if they win, like if I don't think that they're going to win, like I'm going to lose my erection pretty quickly, you know. Moving on, G2 Fnatic closes out. G2 looked great today. They're plus 170. Fnatic to me have not. I mean, they've looked all right. They've looked like a completely different Fnatic team. Where are we thinking on this one? Let's go to Kev first, and then Goose, you can go off.
So I personally think that Fnatic is the best team in the league, but they haven't looked like it. As like they haven't been clean at all. But I think by the end of the year that they're going to be either 1 or 2. So I don't know. I kind of like G2 here plus 170. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if as long as the bot lane doesn't have like what happened to them against Vitality, then I think it'll be a fun game.
Yeah, and I mean I think this is a lot closer than these odds would
indicate. Yeah. Like I would way rather bet XL at minus 220 against Astralis than Fnatic at minus 220 against G2. I think them two having the same lines is kind of ridiculous.
Googs, I don't know. How about you do this? How does that make you feel? Plus 290. What if we did this?
I just don't understand how the odds make sense tomorrow, and that's what I was going to say. Like G2 whoop today. I know they played Misfits, but at the end of the day, and Fnatic lost today in a game that they should have won, and now you have to lay another 200 to win on Fnatic. Like, how does that make? Like, who would want to bet Fnatic?
Yeah, I don't know how anyone would bet Fnatic at minus 220 against G2 tomorrow. I think.
I mean, they're trying. Like, I think what the odds have been telling us all year today, or all year, is that Fnatic is the best team in the LEC. Like based on all the odds and DFS numbers, they're probably supposed to be the best team. But like, how can you lay that today after G2 just put a stomp down? Like, are they that much better? And I get you only have to win in a bet. You don't have to really worry about the DFS points of the game. But is Fnatic that much better than G2? Like, I couldn't lay that with Fnatic.
Okay. So that covers that. Let's get into the DFS aspect of it. So what teams are you guys targeting? Where are you looking? What teams do you like? What teams do you hate? Where are we starting, Googs? What team are you building the first half of your stack with? What team are you building the second half of your stack with? And then what random one-off are you going to do?
So, all right. So I'm going to one-off probably Astralis tomorrow again. Probably not the team slot, though. I'm going to go back to the jungler, probably. I'm going to go back. What?
Stop one-offing junglers.
Or I might, to be honest, I always one-off White Knight for some reason, so I'll probably do that again. I'll go White Knight probably and one-off him. But I'm probably going to start my lineup tomorrow with I'll probably have to start off with Mad tomorrow again, even though I don't want to. I think they're going to be super popular. But
so are you captaining Mad? What are you doing?
I think for me, I'm going to try to get Unforgiven in the captain spot somehow tomorrow.
I would love to be able to put him in the captain slot here. It's just Fantasy Labs does not have him in the player pool.
Oh.
So. Classic thing.
So this is what I, like I don't want to play a two, the GUGGS special. So, but if I could do this, I could go Unforgiven. I could go White Knight. And then I could go back to Elioya in the.
Are you building this on your phone?
No, I'm building this on the computer. You want me to share or no? I can. This is just like for the $10 like or $15 whatever it is. This is just like throw it out, see if it sticks. Throw a dart at the wall. So you can kind of do this where you get the mid. And you go to Enrique had a good game today. I think that game's gonna be pretty bloody, to be honest. The Mad Misfits game after what happened today. I don't think you can stay away from this game. And I mean, if you think the Misfits are going to win, you might as well take them tomorrow because that game they're going to have over 20 kills. I think whoever wins that game tomorrow will have over 20 kills. And then for I don't know. I guess I could one off. This is what I would really like to do, to be honest. And I don't know if I go Kaiser, and then Let me see what I can do here with the team slot. And again, I'll go back to shitty ass Astralis. And then I can one-off but that still only gets me down to like X Maddie or Kobe. So
You might as
it's
well
gonna be
you might as well finish it out with Astralis. You already
Like,
you already
why not play
you already
Kobe?
got 2 players. Just play Kobe.
well, this is the thing. I was just looking at the build, so I probably will have to shy away from. I might have to shy away from.
If you think Astralis wins and Matt is the best play, like that's a
Please, just
perfect
click
build
on
for
Kame.
you.
Oh my god.
But who else would play?
Don't put it in the 180 though. I mean maybe, but like don't. Like that's probably not the spot, man. You don't even have enough to do that, so I'm glad.
No, well, I will after they grade this Red Wings back. So, you wouldn't do. Who's gonna do this tomorrow? Like this is worth $15, is it not? Would you think that's worth $15?
Yeah, that's worth $15.
Yeah, it's fine.
Now, do you think that game's gonna be the bloodiest game?
So there's a lot of things that do point to the Misfits. Do I think it's going to be the bloodiest game? No, I don't. I tend to think that this Rogue team
I think the Rogue Vitality.
I think Larson and Adamame. I did something like GUGGS right there. It's Otawami. I know. But I think that along with Trimby, and I think Trimby's really the big difference on this Rogue team. Those guys got beat down by G2 so many times and so amazingly, brutally that they're going to run up the score, especially if they get the opportunity. And I think we saw.
Wait, no, they're
today.
not playing G2.
Oh, you're right.
They're playing Vitality. I still think it's the bloodiest game.
Sure.
Want to chat. And people are asking me questions. I guess I have to have an account, so I got to create one for next week. They asked why I'm not doing this from the shower. I got a nice shower. It's very like the ambiance is very nice, but can't wait for GUGGS tilting one from us. It happens. I get so angry. I think it's the Italian in me. Like I just get like so angry. Like I got a temper problem some days. But who doesn't go on tilt? Like I'm not the only one. Like I'll go on tilt for something stupid, like who plays Astralis in the team slot and then goes on tilt knowing that they would. Who's got an XR? NXR? Any?
I don't know who everybody is, man.
It's the devil.
They're your fans. They come here for you.
Yeah, but no, so if you guys are going roll, like how valuable tomorrow is not going to an ADC tomorrow, like for a captain spot? Like, would you, if you want to fit, like you said, Rogue or Vitality? Can you fit them with a carry?
So here's something that I'll bring up. It's the Gabagool in the Discord gang. I don't know what the Gabagool is.
Gabagool. It's supposed to be like
Gabagool.
Gabagool is like the way New Yorkers pronounce Capicolo or something. It's a New York Italian thing. Like instead of saying like mozzarella, they say mozzarella or mutz or mutz. See, like your spell, jungler's captain. Like who likes it? I don't know. I like to play ADCs as much as I can. And
so here's the only thing, like, and Cav, I'll get your opinion on this. Goose, you can weigh in too. I'm not, putting you in a timeout. With people with ADCs not playing Jinx as much, I think we've seen some of their scores kind of. We've seen at least mid laners and we've seen junglers kind of come back into the forefront, especially like the junglers that I don't play any of when I have like 50 to 60 lineups. And like it's like Syncroft going off like 6-0. I was just like, I can't believe this guy's going to do this. This is like Marcoon all over again for me. And thankfully he didn't break the slate. But we've seen a couple junglers do that. We got to figure out who that guy's going to be. But without Jinx, we are not seeing like these mega games from ADCs, game in, game out. When you had 5 games of Jinx, you knew that like 2 or 3 of those guys were just going to absolutely go nuts. But we saw Larson go off.
But I guess
Caps was going off until the last fight. That he wasn't a part of the last 5 kills. So,
well, and those are not even off of like a Victor carry, like in the case of what Rookie did when he like popped off for the 10. That's on a Rise. That's on a Twisted Fate. So I don't know. Do we start to massage the mid laners back in there?
I think it's hard. I think AD carry just provide. I think it's more team dependent. I think AD carry captain usually just provides more safety with more upside. Usually.
Except
I
for
want to ask
Xfinity.
you. I want to ask you a question. What did they use mostly today for AD carries? Like which champion?
Well, so different guys have different things. So like
I
one
saw
of the,
2 Sennas, 2 Jins, I think.
So I've seen Jin has been pretty popular, but like look at the
Kobe is going to play Zaya because nobody's going to ban it, and that's just what he's going
Kobe
to play.
plays Zaya every game.
But so why did like
That's a
you
good.
see?
That's a good DFS champ.
But LPL, like you saw, a lot of them were on Aphelios, right? Over the like.
Yeah, but this is a different patch now, though.
Yeah, LPL is basically Aphelios Jinx every game.
Oh, okay, so LEC is not using that patch, is what you're saying.
They're on
a different
patch that
they're on a newer one, but
adds more viability to Senna specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, so you won't see you didn't see any Aphelios today.
But I think that makes honestly, I think that makes ADK more valuable if Senna's being played because that's 100% kill participation in the games. So.
Well, so what it does though is not just that, but like it changes the dynamic. Is like you add more viable ADCs into the mix. You can't ban out the ADCs anymore. Like so, like it was basically you could ban out the ADCs or you could handshake them and you could ban somewhere else. But like you can ban Jinx and Aphelios and people could still play Caitlyn, Ezreal, Senna.
Yeah,
I feel
like Caitlyn was the only AD carry really getting banned. I feel like it's usually like TF, Caitlyn, Diana, Renekton, and then the occasional like Aphelios and Jinx.
Well, and tell me if you're wrong. Like I wouldn't be afraid of an LEC like a Western Caitlyn. Like we saw just even in this game with Team Liquid and Dignitas, where Dignitas got this lead through the Caitlyn in the bottom lane with Lux, who I think is just terrible in pro play. And they had this lead, but they weren't able to do any damage with a Poppy, a GUGGS, like that. They just did no damage to the Aatrox, and the Aatrox.
Yeah, they also had the Aatrox that was just fisting their top laner, just sprinting at the Caitlyn every fight. So it's kind of hard to tell if that was on the Caitlyn.
I mean, fair enough, but like Lux isn't doing any damage. Like support Lux isn't doing any damage. No. So like jungle Poppy's not doing any damage. Tank GUGGS isn't doing any damage. You're putting this all on the Caitlyn, and like she's not.
Was like Caitlyn Victor.
I don't even think it was. It was Rise. It was Rise.
It was Rise. Yeah, and everyone's doing that dog shit. Rise.
I guess they just switch based on who's popular in that patch, right? Like we had a ton of when I first started playing, like Ghost was on Kai'Sa every single time. You know, like now you barely see Kai'Sa, and then you saw the Worlds or the whatever was the mids. It was everyone was on Twisted Fate, you know, or like you can kind of see that they weren't playing the Kai'Sas anymore, right? Is that just solely based on that some of these new characters get boosted on the new patches, or?
Yeah, it's based on
100% that.
Yeah, it's just based on what.
Why don't they boost everyone? Like I don't understand how that works. Like that's the one thing I don't fully understand. Like I play on my phone sometimes, like Wild Rift, and I just I'll play a few characters here and there. Like I really like Varus or
yeah.
But
so
I don't
they
know.
Can't they can't just make every champion strong because some of the champions like fundamentally counter the other ones. So
that's what I mean. So there's a drafting, like when they go to draft, they try to counter, like, hey, I took, but like you can see like that they talk about like which ones scale better, like a late game of Fellow. Like is he the strongest late game character?
Well, no. So what happens, GUGGS, is like you get characters, and what they'll do is they'll start adjusting their stats based on the presence that they have within the game. And that doesn't just necessarily mean like it doesn't mean like okay, so they're picked all the time. There was like back in 2020, like 100% the bans were always like Syndra and Varus, like every single time, because they were just like overpowered, and like so they started adjusting, adjusting those champions, and they would make them weaker, so people didn't need to have 100% presence in the picks and bans of those champions, so you could play them. And it's the same type of thing. Is like some of these champions have huge presence, and they're going to ban. What they're going to do is nerf some of their abilities, kind of adjust them. Kaisa went through in the recent you don't see her because she was just so prevalent last year, and like she got like 6 nerfs in a row.
Because even like this Jinx, like when I play with her, I'm like, man, I don't even know how to use her. And now like it's just, but I guess she's just very popular on this patch, right? So.
Well, she's super strong on this patch, but she's super strong
she's
at
really
all points. She's always strong. Like, I mean, like she's a late game. Like, if you get Jinx 3 items,
I think that's the
like,
strong. Yeah.
She's
Yeah, you asked if Aphelios was the strongest late game. I personally think it's Jinx.
wow. Okay.
Now, I mean, there are differences between the two. I think Jinx is easier to use too. Like Aphelios is like, you know, I was playing an ARAM earlier today, and somebody was like, "How do you even play Aphelios?" I was like, "Well, we'll see." And I went 7-1-2 like for the first 5 minutes. I was like, "That's how."
I don't even know how to use Aphelios. Like, to be honest, I use.
Yeah, I don't
like,
most people don't.
Yeah, no.
When you play first off, you play like I was playing like shoot, what's the one with the arrow? Oh, I can't even remember the name.
Ash.
So Ash was like the easiest character to use, right? So then I moved on, and I'm like Karsa. Like I like using Kaisa. She was easy. Like, you know, she had powerful. Her her ulti was like unreal, right? And then you go to like Varus, and his like deal tons of damage, right? Like it's Chains of Corruption, and like it just was so easy to use, and it was so damaging. So, but like you always see, like you talk about bans and stuff, but like Lee Sin very rarely gets banned, does he? Like, and you always see him, and he's always seems to be like very popular pick, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just. I guess you can't ban every character, but also.
Yeah, you can't ban everyone.
Like,
Yeah, unfortunately, like junglers, like I don't know, the meta for junglers seems to be one of those that they just focus on 2 or 3 guys, and like Lee Sin, it's like Lee Sin, Viego, and Xin, and those are the 3. Like I think Hecarim fits into this meta a little bit more than he's played, and I'd like to see him in more games, but I don't want to go back to an Udi or Hecarim. Holy
God. Oh, that's so bad. That was so bad.
I don't know. I just think like some of these guys, like at the end of the day, some of these, I just see like you always see kind of like the same champions used over and over. But that's why I said the LPL just seems like they have so much more different variety of characters they pick.
Yeah,
right?
the LPL is weird because they have a lot of weird players that don't really care about like what champions are good. They're good at specific champions. Like the OMG top laner plays Rumble. Rumble is not a good champion, but he's good at it, and so he'll play it.
And I would almost say that LPL is less experimental. They're going to go with their, like, you're going to get your Renekton top lane. You're going to get this. Like, you're not going to have the bigger pool of champions.
Renekton's the alligator, right?
I think, yes. I think when everything's on the line, you go Renekton Italy, okay?
Slam it. You slam it.
I will tell you that I think the LCS and the LEC are a little bit more experimental. They do get onto the patches sooner than the LPL. The LPL like takes forever to change their patches.
Yeah.
Partially because they play every single day.
Fucking games.
Yeah. And like one team, like how fair is it that like one team plays 5 games on one patch and like another one plays 2? Maybe you should schedule it differently, fuckheads. You know, whose fault is that? But you'll see some of these like weirder champions come out of LCS and LEC, and if you start watching like Euro regional leagues that I've been on, you'll get some weird shit. Like you'll still get like Seraphine mid, you'll get Seraphine ADC still quite a bit in like the Prime League. That's a very popular thing. Thank you. Would have liked that in the 333 on the LEC slate, but
so and then the other thing I was gonna ask is like you see, well, like. Okay, like you see a lot of top laners now using Gwen, right? That's pretty normal because I was gonna say something, now I lost my train of thought because NBA Live is messaging me, telling me, like showing me that he went ham again. Yeah, thanks for going ham today. Okay. But anyways, NBA Live just hammers all NBA. It's insane how much that guy makes off NBA.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Oh. Some of his lineups are crushed though.
He's a fraud. No, I've been in other discords with him. He doesn't make money.
My NBA's been a laughing stock of the.
Don't play NBA.
I try not to be
Don't
honest.
play NBA.
But all right, well, so
Back to League of Legends.
yeah. Are we? You want to do any? I know it's esports. Do you want any like CS:GO predictions out there? Or?
Yeah, whatever you want, Gugs.
I'm just. It's your show. I'm just asking.
No, Friday's your show, dude. I'm just here.
You're just here. You're. So there's only 2 matches tomorrow. They're best of ones. Like you have the best player probably in the league playing tomorrow. Simple. Like probably the best player there is. So it's going to be hard to get off him tomorrow. But I think Navi and Astralis actually win tomorrow, which doesn't say a lot. But you can actually one Astralis will win at least tomorrow. So maybe 2. How about an Astralis parlay? What does that pay? Can you check for me?
Yeah, hang on. Let's see.
Have you ever seen this simple guy play or no? I mean, do you guys like
Me?
you know anything about him?
No. You can say you can take probably the best player out of it. He's the best.
Even Nico's was pretty challenging for the last few weeks, but like they just won the Worlds, I think. Navi.
Astralis. They won't let me bet it on.
What are they though? Like what's the other Astralis?
It's like minus 185 or something.
It is 185 and 165.
Yeah, I looked earlier. Yeah.
Oh my god, am I VR? Oh. All right. Well, anyways, that's my piece tomorrow. Play that in a parlay. What is that? Should pay if you can. If some states let you play, I know there's a lot of states that don't let you play esports, so legally, anyways. So, like
we'll call it the kangaroo parlay if you can do it. The 2 Australias.
I want to see if I can do it on my power play. Some Canadian books have less restrictions than. Let me check here. See what
Zywoo can't hold Simple's chalk. No.
Zywoo's good, but yeah, if I think like he's just. There's some guys I can't believe like all those Toronto kids like King J and like Tiger Lily, they all just play CS:GO. Like they just sit around waiting for CS:GO. It's like insane. I don't know why like the Canadian guys like playing CS:GO.
CS:GO sucks.
But it is I don't know.
CS:GO,
it is weird.
CS:GO's up there. CS:GO's up there with NBA in terms of shitness.
Graphics wise, that's the only one that I've really been pretty good was that one CS:GO slate, and that was it pretty much.
Goose, you need to download some League of Legends so you can play some ARAMs.
I have it on my phone.
You don't have a computer.
I have like a Chromebook, and then I have like a.
You can do it on the Chromebook. I play on my.
They said I can't play on the Chromebook. Maybe on a laptop I can. I don't think a Chromebook you can. Like my school computer, the one I'm on now.
Oh yeah, probably should. Yeah, probably.
I don't care what they say. Whatever. I don't need a job next year. Who cares? I'm just using it for the free childcare. So.
Kids are going to Disney next week. You need the job. Disney on Ice.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just one's going. The youngest. The youngest is going with my wife, but they're all going to like some stupid children's museum tomorrow.
And you're reference soccer and
yeah,
some LEC.
Actually, tomorrow I got the U10s tomorrow. So like they don't even play full field. It's literally like they play half of a field, so they just go like sideways. I don't even have to move. They pay like $30 a game. It's not even worth it really, but cash. So
it's pretty good.
But I literally don't move. I stand in one spot, so definitely worth it. So I'm trying to find it on my book. I can't even find esports. There it is. Okay.
Couldn't you be making more money Instacarting in that time?
I don't have to use my car. That's a bonus. And no, because generally this is my thing. So on Instacart, I try to only take deliveries where I make 25 to 35 an hour. Like I'm in that range, but I can't. But I try to keep it the 30 plus range.
Are you super fast in the grocery store? Do you know where?
Yeah, I'll show you my stat. I'll show you my stats. Hold on. I have stats. They tell you how fast you pick and stuff.
Oh man, dude, this sounds like something you could like competitively do.
Well, I don't think.
How do I bet on you to win this thing, Gugs?
No, and that's the thing. So like, so Australis is minus. What are you talking? Where do you see Navi minus 185?
I didn't say that. I said Astralis was minus 185.
Oh. No, I'm talking about.
No,
Oh, yeah. We're talking
Navi's
about
like
Navi. I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah. My
Navi's
Navi's
like
minus
minus
1,400.
1,800.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm lost. But hold on. I'll show you my stats. I don't know. Like, so the Instacart's good if you find good tips. And I mean, if you do them on like holidays or like, I worked the full week during the Thanksgiving week when I was off school. I worked 30 hours and made like $900. I don't even make that at work. Like, why even bother going to like
Holidays are good for like those kind of apps like DoorDash too.
I don't like doing it, but like, what else am I doing? I'm just sitting at home, like sweating out some LOL. Like, I don't know. I just like the cash flow and having. I don't like using my car all the time, but I think that's important. I'm trying to find this. Oh, so 185, and I don't even know where the LOL is on this thing. It's got like every league, Dota. Like, I don't even need. Okay, here we go. I found it. Astralis. So if I parlay them tomorrow.
Double Astralis.
Minus 200. I only have Astralis at 140 tomorrow. So if I do 100, it pays 360. So virtually plus 260, which isn't that bad. I think that's viable. That's a good tennis player down a set.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Emrick, maybe you want to answer this, but what are your thoughts? Futures looking, not futures, but for the future, what are your thoughts looking like for the LPL?
Let's run through these teams here. Let me give you. I think EDG is obviously the top team. Yeah. I think that they can slip up, and they are going to slip up, and they're going to lose a game that they shouldn't. LNG is another team, and that might be the game. Like, I think LNG is super good too, but I think that they have some type of flaw, and I don't necessarily know what it is. Maybe it is their bottom lane.
Pick me. I know what it is. His name is Lou Mao. I know what the problem is.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I assumed that they switched to Iwandi at some point.
I don't think so. I heard that Dom was talking about it on his stream that like Duembi and Lou Mao are like really, really good friends. So.
Yeah, okay, well, this is all good and well and good, but like when LNG lose to like some of these other top teams, like maybe it changes, and that's great, dude. Yeah. Like, it's great for fantasy if we're gonna run it down Lumile. I think RNG is a little fraudulent here. I think that they're a good team, but I do think they're gonna lose 3 or 4 more times. They're gonna lose to LNG. Yeah. They're gonna lose to EDG.
TES.
I was pretty upset.
They're going to lose to Weibo, too.
You think?
And I hope they lose one other one. Yeah, I think Weibo is a lot better than like we give them credit for.
I hope they lose to a team like Ultra Prime or something.
I hope so, too, because I have I bet, well...
Yeah, I heard you have under 12.5 wins with Avalanche, right?
Yeah, and then I have over 5.5 on Ultra Prime. So Ultra Prime beating RNG would be great.
I've got unders on RA, and man, they came out looking good, and I was terrified.
Well, like as soon as they swapped out Forge, I was like, "Look, dude, I was taking the under because of Forge. Like I thought this team was good, and then but I thought theoretically, you take away their two of their best players. And I think Han he's okay. Like he's a good support. And then Fofo was a good mid for what they did.
Yeah, Fofo is very good.
You take those two guys out, and I didn't think that they'd be very good. They're a lot better than I thought.
Strive is really good.
Yeah, so I am worried about that team. When it comes to Billy, I think that they're.
What do you think they're going to do? Do you think Uzi's going to come in?
I think he might play some games. I don't know. But I think that they're a playoff team. Victory 5, I think, is very good. I think Victory 5 has a tremendous ceiling. I don't know if they'll realize it in spring. I think that this is a team that's going to peak more in summer. I actually want them to underperform in spring if they're not going to win it because I have a futures bet on them. But I'd like to take a long shot futures bet on them in summer. So if they can get a low playoff seeding and maybe lose to a team like OMG, that would be wonderful.
I think they can do something like WE did last year.
Sort of get a tan line underneath here.
Well, and I think FPX is a weird team because I think they're more they're a better version of the previous RA team. In terms of the RA 2021, in the sense that they can play a faster style. RA did it a couple times. They did it against FPX as an example. But I think FPX is comfortable playing that. That's just not what they want to do. And I do think that Clid is a huge improvement over Bayshon. Bayshon's not good. Like he's all right.
You don't think you don't think Bayshon's good?
I mean, he's good, but he's not as he's not as good as Clid. And like he's not
I don't think
Bo.
it's that big. I don't think it's that big of a. I don't think it's a big drop off between Clid and Bayshon. I miss
maybe
Bo.
like mechanically.
I miss Bo.
There are
I
certain
miss
things
Bo
that
a
they're
lot.
not there, but I think Clid gives you in-game presence that Bayshon does not have. And if LWX is the primary shot caller, that's fine. But you got Gory, who doesn't seem to be on the same page, doesn't seem to be.
Did they lose a little bit? Like, did they get worse by losing Doing B? Like,
oh, for sure, I think. But
yeah, for sure. And then like JDG, like they seem like a shit.
I love JDG.
I have the over on them too, but
I love the bot. Their bot lane is very good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
369 is some cheeks though.
I mean, I think a lot of these teams are good, except for like LGD sucks, IG sucks, Anyone's Legend sucks, Thunder Talk sucks, and Team WE is crazy that Team WE is 0-4 because I think they're better than almost every one of those teams that I just listed.
God, yeah.
I think that they're a legitimate 12-13 team. Like they're not a playoff team.
Where the fuck is Beishang? He's literally like one of the best players in the league.
Did they always put up massive BFS numbers? Like I thought
that's when they had Elk and Breeze though. And
okay, so like if you look at these top 8 teams,
let's start from the bottom. Top 10 playoffs. So
yeah, but like JDG and Ultra Prime are not going to win the league.
No.
Top esports could.
Yeah.
If they found their form, but I don't.
Is Jackie Love overrated?
Well,
I love him,
but depends on who you're talking to. Anyway, so here, let's take a look at these top 8 teams. Can they win the league? FPX, no. OMG, no. Victory 5, yes. Small chance, but yes. BLG, no.
I think so. I think BLG, yes.
Weibo, yes. I think that they can.
No.
I absolutely think they can.
So me and you are flip-flopped on Weibo and BLG.
I think Weibo, like when you look at them, you have to think back to the Sunning team that made the run that they did and got through, got to the final at Worlds. It's not that much different, man.
It's not that much different, but at the same time, they ran super hot.
Well, you have to run super hot to win the league. Like you do. Like
but obviously, they didn't win the league. But they didn't even come close to winning the league.
But I'm saying that they could if they ran hot there. Yeah. Like you have to beat 1 or 2 teams. You're gonna have to beat 2 teams. Like you're gonna have to beat EDG and you're gonna have to beat like maybe LNG. Can they beat either of those teams in series individually? Yes, probably, I think so. And so, can they beat them back to back? Absolutely, because they're individual series. I don't think LNG is unbeatable, and I think EDG is closer to that. But this fucking team lost to 100 Thieves last year. like that's fucking damning, man. Like that's not a
100 Thieves are going to be the cream of the crop this year.
And I will tell you that, like, I don't buy RNG as like I don't think like RNG can win the league, but they're not going to.
I can't wait to look at the end of the year and see the difference between Cryan and Xiaohu's mid lane stats because they're going to be very similar.
Yeah, but Xiaohu's just a better mid lane.
Oh, he's way better, but I think he's a way better top laner than he is a mid laner. Like he brings something in the top lane that you just can't find in other players.
Yeah, I mean, they could have gone out and gotten a different mid laner. Like who was it? Like they could have got Gory.
They tried to get Knight, and that would have been the total nut spot. Would have been getting Knight, but they didn't have enough money, I don't think.
Yeah, you could have got Knight, Rookie, but I'm saying Gory. You could have got Gory, and they would have been super good.
Yeah. Well, did you hear what Xiaohu said that he would only switch back to mid if they got Knight?
Or he wouldn't switch back.
Yeah, or he said.
Is Knight the best mid laner in the game?
No.
Maybe. He's top. I think he's top.
Showmaker.
I think he's.
I mean,
Showmaker is number 1 in the world, in my opinion. And then I think Knight is 2-3 with Chovy.
Oh,
regular season Chovy, not playoff Chovy.
So LPL though, he's the best in the LPL.
Not Worlds Chovy.
Yeah, I think he's had a pretty down year, and he's still doing decently. So
That's what I mean. Because every game, like you get Jackie Love, who's always more expensive.
thank
doesn't
you,
always,
Spell.
but doesn't
That's what he
always,
is.
but doesn't always perform better than Knight. You know, like you're paying a premium just because he's in that ADC spot over Knight, right? But Knight usually outperforms him on a. It's the same with like Showmaker and Ghost. And towards the end of the year, they started.
It's not. What do you look? I'm a little drunk. It took me a second. It took me a second. Like, did you just compared Showmaker to Ghost?
No, I'm saying Ghost. No, I'm saying Showmaker was. Ghost was generally priced higher because of the spot he was in. And then near the end of the year, they started.
Yeah, the spot he was in as the better player of the two.
Ghost
sucks.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is. What I'm trying to say is, as the AD carry, he was priced higher than Showmaker.
Never. Very rarely, actually.
I think it was closer towards the end of the year that they started making Showmaker more expensive than Ghost.
No, it was like forever, dude. Everybody knows Showmaker's like been like the dude.
Showmaker's that guy, yeah.
Canyon's that guy too. And like you look at like Malrang's like fucking tearing up the LEC, and he couldn't even like the only time he could play on Damwon was when Showmaker was
when Canyon wanted to play mid.
Yeah,
we'll bring you in.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, I want to sign off for tonight. I'll have some segments next week. We'll do some food. We'll do some.
All right,
make it a little more interesting.
We'll get you a super hot pizza next week. It'll be great.
But I definitely will be playing Astralis tomorrow.
Good luck to you, sir.
I hope you win.
I won't.
I hope you're playing Astralis and not one-off Astralis.
Yeah, play that lineup. Like, dude, play that. Like that lineup. Nobody will have that in the 180.
Watching the show.
Astralis goes off. Astralis goes off. You win $3,000. You can quit your job.
Problem is, I'm going to be roughing soccer. Can somebody like text me so I get it on my watch? Like, what's going on? I can't spoil it tomorrow. Like, I'll literally be in the game, being like, "Hey, what's?"
Oh my god!
Yeah, I swear.
Poor kids are going to be flopping for a PK, and GUGGS going to be looking at us.
It's U10, man. They don't even know where they are. It's half the day. Anyways, all right, guys, enjoy your night.
All right, man. Later.
All right. Well, Emrick, now the team that we're both invested in is Top Esports going to turn it around.
So
please God, turn it around, Top Esports.
Like when you look at my my teams here, hang on, I'll pull this up.
It's so sad. I've got such a Top Esports bias, and I
fucking Demacia Cup, dude. Fucking like I was like, all right, they're back.
Oh man, fucking that's
so you look at these things. So like the $50 LEC team, like let's look at my teams. I thought my teams were sharp, but like they don't feel like it anymore.
Let me see.
Okay, so the 50 LEC, like hang on, let's go view, let's zoom to 200.
Okay.
Alfari, Malrang, like this team feels good. Like I still love this team. Like this is not a team that necessarily wins all of my head-to-heads. But I feel like this team beats the median, like beats like a lot of head-to-heads, and like hopefully I just get I get a favorable matchup in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a good team.
My $100 LEC team looks like complete dog shit. Razork sucks. Perks is fucking griefing. I somehow got Neon and Mickey X. Patrick, hopefully they turn it around in Broken Blade. Like, it's not the worst. Like, I'm not an idiot. But, like, the problem is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do. Look at this team. Malrang, Unforgiven, Trimby. Like, it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, everybody else is putting up 300. You put up 423. And then,
yeah,
like...
I mean, hey, you think
336.
That,
but... The median was 227. He put up 336.
Hey, bro, you think that until last spring, the all rogue team, they went like 14-2 in the regular season, and one of those losses was against XL in the last week, and I was playing against them, and I had XL. I had the XL bot lane, and he had the full rogue team.
So there's that. So like then we go to LCS, and we can look at the LCS. I don't think am I in the 25? Okay.
Yeah,
so like Santorin looks like shit.
Oh God, he was so bad today.
Summit, Fudge, Luger, like my team. I don't feel good about my team there. I do not feel good about that team. You've got Impact, you should feel equally bad. I think our teams are pretty tied together.
I feel good about CLG, man.
I hope so. Yeah. $100 LCS.
Are you in that one too? You're dead. That team's terrible.
Hooney, I got inspired.
That team sucks.
I don't know. Like this is like
that other team is way better.
It just depends on this TSM part. Like these two pieces are better. It just depends on how good TSM is, and we don't know. And actually, if they can win some games, if they can do what they did here and like close it out, like this team's not bad. It's not bad. We don't know. We don't really have an opinion on this. So
oh my God, Baby Goat's team is cracked. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I mean it has. Yeah, it's all EG, and then it has.
Of course, Baby Goat has that team. This guy just never loses. He's like Nathan. They're clashing tonight, though. Am I interested? Oh man, neither of us are in this one. I don't think.
No, I don't think I'm in this.
I'm in the 50 for LPL.
All right, let's go take a look at the 50 because I don't think I'm in that one. All right, so you basically have my team. Like,
yeah, we basically have the same team.
You have one of the best top laners, so that's nice. So if it puts together and like you have Shanks, you have Cream, like you have a super strong mid lane.
Yeah, and then I just need top esports to win. Easy.
Where are you at on week 2? Like week 2 should be updated, right? Like are you gonna update this time?
I think I just need to do the last slate. Wait, no, I think I did it already. I don't know. I think it. No, I need the last game, the last day. I need to do that.
Yeah, and then you'll have to manually. You have to manually do.
I think those are just. I think those are just misspelled. The Zhao Yuji. I think I'll just have to go in and check the spelling for that.
All right. Yeah, man. Like I don't know. This team seems like it has some legs.
No, that team is really good. Your team is really, really good. The only problem is that you have Cream and Knight, so that kind of like blocks a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. That's the point, though. Like the strength there, because I have it with Abel, so like it whatever.
Yeah, and Fodic just scores like 150 points a game, so.
And then I ended up with almost the same team, but like a worse version of it.
Yeah.
Like instead I have Hope. I don't know. My teams look like I have like some of the best fucking top lanes there. I have like Hope. I don't know. My team. I don't know. I feel like my team's good there.
What the fuck was the one? Which is the one that drafted the All RA? Is that the first $100?
It was Wandalik.
Was that in mine? What was it in mine?
No, he did all up there. I think it was in the 25. There it is.
25. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, and that's tough.
Well, somehow in the $100, Alan got all fucking EDG, the entire EDG. He has the entire EDG team.
He does. Nobody wanted EDG, man. Nobody.
Why?
Like, and Wooby has all of the like Victory 5.
All of the 5. That looks pretty good now.
This one, the 25, like so. This. Which one's this?
I don't even know who scores well in the LCK, so I can't.
Well, I got Chovy.
That's
like
good.
this looked better if KF could do something.
Oh my God.
What do I have in the 100? What do I have in the 100? I've got Zeus again, Peanut, Zika sucks, goes. Like, yeah, no, my teams will suck. Dude. Like, they started off good. I just fucked up the rest of it.
Yeah. The LCK is a disaster.
Let's just got Rascal, Canyon, Deck. But, I mean, he does have Closer and KO who suck. But
yeah. Man, Sandbox looked so good in their first series, and man, they just haven't done anything since.
They've done nothing.
They have just gotten bodied every game.
Well, all right. I don't think I have much else for tonight, though.
All right.
I think I'm going to go play some ARAMs. I don't know if you want to join.
No,
or we can play some.
I am leagued out for the day. I played like 5 games earlier, and lost like 4 of them because because every single game I had somebody that was feeding on purpose.
All right. Well, if anybody watching wants to play some ARAMs, some blind picks, some TFT, let me know. I'm going to go to the bathroom, but I'll be back. Hit me up in the Discord. This has been another episode of the Shark Cove. We will be back tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, we'll just be talking about stuff. So that's all I've got. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.